Hello guys, welcome to Story of Logo channel. In this video, we will discuss the journey of the Puma logo from 1946 to 2003. Puma is a global sportswear brand famous for its products of shoes, clothing, and accessories for various sports. For more than half a century, Puma has changed their logo several times to reflect changing brand and market. Let's take a look together at how the Puma logo has evolved over the years. The very first logo for Puma was introduced in 1948 and boasted a monochrome image, where the black graceful Wildcat was jumping froth a sharp and narrow letter, D, which also featured black colors but was outlined in white. The brand also used a reverse color version of that badge, placing a white animal with the letter on a black hexagonal background. The colors of the Puma badge got reversed in 1948, with the white cat jumping through a stylized white letter, drawn on a solid black hexagon with the horizontally extended base. This version of the logo only stayed active for less than 3 years, getting some refinements in 1951. The redesign of 1957 has turned the cat and the letter black again, with the hexagon becoming white, and all the outlines black. The figure was now enclosed into a thick white frame with the black serif lettering written around its perimeter in capital characters. The redesign of 1958 brought more geometry and lettering to the original logo, enclosing it in a double hexagonal frame, where the Rudolf Dassler shoe fabric inscription was placed around the perimeter. In the middle of the badge under the leaping cat image, the Puma wordmark was written in a bold black typeface with rounded lines. In 1958, the brand used its logotype along with the new emblem, which began to be placed on all the label's shoes. A smooth and elegant form strip, a curved line, which got narrowed to the top. Until today, the company uses this minimalistic emblem on their garments, as is a signifier on most of the sneakers produced under the Puma brand. This symbol got as popular as the Adidas stripes or the Nike swoosh. The black cat came back to the brand's visual identity in 1968, and it was the only element of the logo to have its original contours refined and cleaned. It was a minimalist emblem, which only stayed with the company for 2 years, and later was a little modified. The Puma started being placed more vertically in 1970. This is when the actual predecessor of the current iconic badge was born. Its main color was switched from black to white and the animal's silhouette gained a delicate black outline, which made it look even more graceful and elegant. This was also one of just 3 Puma badges, drawn without any lettering. The leaping cat becomes black again and is placed on the right from the enlarged bold wordmark in a custom sans serif typeface with rounded angles of the letters. The composition is placed on a light background and enclosed in a horizontally stretched rectangular frame. Another version of the Puma badge was introduced in 1974, staying with the sportswear manufacturer for just a couple of years. It was a horizontally oriented rectangular banner in green, with the pale yellow lettering in the center. The image of a leaping cat in yellow, on the right, and the drawn football boot in yellow and green, placed diagonally on the left from the inscription. The form strip replaces the cat again in 1976, being placed under the italicized logotype in the lowercase, executed in thick lines of a modern yet pretty simple sans serif typeface, with the vertical bar of the P elongated. One of the Puma badge versions, used by the brand in the end of the 1970s, was composed of just a solid black emblem with the leaping wild cat, drawn against a plain white background with no additional elements. It was exactly the same Puma as the one drawn on the badge from 1974. The letters of the logotype got capitalized again in 1978, and the leaping Puma came back in the same year. It was an initial logo we all can see today. The cat in black was placed above the upper right dinner of the wordmark. The brand also started using just the Puma symbol with no additional in 1989, and this is the icon we can still see today, with perfectly cleaned and softened contours of the wild cat, which point to elegance, timelessness, and professional approach of the company. Another version, created in 1989, featured a combination of iconic Puma symbols, a form strip, and a leaping cat, adding a light gradient image to the logotype, and keeping the jumping animal in its place. Today the brand still uses its logo, introduced in 1988, which is almost a copy of the 1980 feta version, but with the lines of the letters straightened and softened. The smooth and chic typeface makes the whole image look sleek and exquisite, adding a sense of reliability and expertise to all of the brand's qualities. The redesign of 2003 has kept the main elements of the Puma visual identity untouched, but worked with the color palette, creating an intense and bright logo with the solid red background and heavy white letters and an emblem on the right. That was the journey of the Puma logo from 1946 to 2003. As we can see, the Puma logo has evolved from a simple cat image to an iconic and easily recognizable logo. Hopefully, this video provides valuable insights into the changes of the Puma brand and its influence on graphic design and branding. Don't forget to leave a comment below about which Puma logo you like the most and why.